Good morning, everyone. SwiftCal playing some more Lufia 2 Ancient Cave. We are questing for the Iris treasures. Before we start, I think we're gonna head down and get our first Iris treasure displayed. I believe this is going to be the party we're using. I need to double check. Yep. So, we're going with Team Blue Hair. And the reason we're doing this is because last time we found some really good items. I'm hoping we can do something like this to really get Maxim out in front as far as damage goes. I didn't realize that Artie could use the Spark Staff, and now I feel dumb. But that's okay. I think we're gonna go ahead and put it on Artie then. Treasure chests yet. If you are just joining, this is a... So, Lufia 2 has the Ancient Cave within it, which is a randomized 99-floor dungeon that ends with a boss... kind of boss puzzle fight, we'll say. One of the things within that is that the treasures are randomized, and because the treasures are randomized, well, not because, but one of the things that is available among those randomized treasures are a collection of items called the Iris items, which have no function other than being displayed. And we are going to try and get them all through a series of runs. Each run, as long as we can get the Providence item, I hate everything. So yeah, basically, once we get down to floor 20-something, hopefully we'll have the Providence item, and then from there, our goal is to find one of the Iris treasures and warp out. Along the way, we're hoping to get as many blue chests as we can. Blue chests contain rare items, like that one, that can be taken out of the cave. So by finding this, we are vastly increasing our capabilities. I think, yeah. And I think actually at this point I'm going to give Tia the Gold Eye. The Gold Eye Mirac Plate and the Spark Staff are the things we found last. Sky Sword getting added in there is really good. So now we've got a pretty solid base for damage going forward. By the end of this, we're going to have a really good setup, just of gear to continue taking out. So with this equipment, pretty much everybody's getting hits in pretty easily. shouldn't need too much more as far as XP goes on this, or for the time being. We do want to make sure we're getting everything we can from the early floors still. That looks not fun, but it could be okay. Of course. It's like, oh, are we gonna be able to sneak by there? No. No. That would require luck that we don't have. There's a little bit left to explore here, and I think given that we're on early... So, in early floors, the first, I believe it's 9 floors, are the only place where you can find a lot of the armor types. So, helmets and such. So opening as many chests as you can during that can be very helpful, just because there's a lot of rare things that you can find during that that can give you a lot of flexibility. Oh wow. The engage ring makes it so merchants charge you less in shops. It is only equipable by selling, and it is largely worthless. If I remember correctly, it doesn't actually even affect your stats, or it's a very minor boost. I suppose if we want to, we can still have it available. I'm not really expecting to use Sellen terribly often for these runs, but if we find the right items, we might. And hey, it's a blue chest. It's something. Oh, I totally don't know how I missed that, but okay. So we've got those blue chests, we've got a lot of power from that, but we don't have a lot in the way of... I think that one's decent. We don't have a lot in the way of survivability. So no deadly weapons, no healing spells. Jet Helm's actually really good. That brings up somebody's speed, which I think we're gonna give Maxim. kind of just pass the gold eye around to whoever is weakest. I don't feel like we ever really need to make, or to give it to Dekar, but right now Dekar has the weakest attack out of our party. But there's so much you can find for Dekar that I'm really not worried. I'm way overthinking this, considering that there should not be any problems here. Should probably toss out some potions here. That should be the correct deadly sword. Ominous looking sword, yeah. Okay, so if I do this, like my choices are basically, I can give Maxim the deadly sword, but if I do that, I have to unequip the sky sword. I'm gonna leave it as is for now, because I feel like I have enough power without having to worry about deadlies with where we're at right now. And there's several sections with a lot of undead in the early 20s coming up. Deadly weapons kill an enemy instantly, but do not don't work against undead. And you can't unequip them because they are cursed. Okay. I'm going to not deal with the rest of this floor because it looks like there's not much left. Pause there for a moment because we are on the floors where mimics can show up, and I couldn't quite tell because of the floor text right over where that was. So I wanted to make sure it was a real treasure chest. That should be enough. Yeah. I really don't want to feel embarrassed having multiple rounds against moths. Unfortunately, one of the things in the front row survived, which left the strongest thing in the back row alive. Not that any of the beetles are terribly strong. Okay. Cutter whip, and that's what happens when you move too fast instead of making sure that you're getting in. I think we're okay though. Like with the blue chest items we found, we should be able to one-shot this. Yeah. Miracles are good. Okay. Not worth dealing with. We will continue. Hopefully this won't cause any issues. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we can find here. This is not a terribly exciting set of floors, unfortunately. Chance for red cores, which would be nice, but with the gear we've got and the enemies we've already killed, I'm not super worried about XP. Red cores are basically the metal slimes of this game. They're rare enemies that tend to run away from fights. If you find them and can actually get a kill, they give you a ton of XP. Goru is fine. Okay. Loop back around. Any revive items are always very good. These floors are part of the reason we don't equip the deadly weapons yet. Get past those skeletons and zombies. Both thunder and bolt, which is nice. We don't really need it right now. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Regal Goblin. Wow. Okay. That's, again, not a great one, but it's always going to be better than nothing. It's an attack power boost. Nothing else. Maxim really doesn't need it. Again, not amazing, but blue chest items are always going to be better than nothing, and okay. So everybody's got in the 300s for attack at this point, which feels really good. Next few floors don't have anything exciting. Starting at floor 15, we can find the Dakar Blade, but not something that's super relevant for this particular section of the run, because we're just trying to get get down to Providence and exit with hopefully with an Iris treasure. Wow. Agony is defensive guts. Agony Helm will actually be really nice. Oh wait, no, it doesn't increase attack. I was thinking increased attack. Increases guts, which is nice because that increases how much, or that determines how much IP you gain, which we haven't really mentioned because it hasn't come up yet. IP is that yellow bar down at the bottom on each character. Based on how much damage you take, which is why it hasn't been super relevant. We also just haven't needed it. It lets you use special abilities that are contained on each weapon and armory. Another deadly sword. Okay. Wingers are kinda nasty. That's that little guy that's up in front of me. So I think I'm going to heal up before we go into this. And then we get lucky and get in first, and it doesn't matter. They have an attack that can hit your whole party, if I remember correctly. And they can move kind of fast. Zap. Apply as needed. Basement 20. Okay. So we are in one floor away from being able to get Providence. We haven't found any Iris items yet, but we have found ridiculous numbers of Sizzle Sword is just max out. I think it's selling, maybe? And music change. These things can hit pretty hard, but I think given how much we can put out, we should be okay. Lots of Lexus items this time. Not that that really matters much. Wow. That's slightly scary. Well, there's our Providence. We've found a bunch of good items, but I don't feel like it's quite time yet. Like, we found a bunch of blue items, but we haven't found our iris item, and quite frankly, we're in good enough shape that I feel like we can continue a little bit longer. If I get to a point where I'm a little nervous, sure, we can back out. The one big thing is, we don't have anything in the way of healing spells currently, I don't believe. Yeah. That immobilize attack is why these bees are scary, which is why I did a run instead of actually fighting them. And since we're on the stairs, we get to immediately drop. I think at this point we're going to use a miracle to get each of them up. That'll also fill their magic, so that if we do find some healing magic, we've actually got the ability to use it. Okay. Magic fruit would be great if we were actually going down deeper for a capsule monster, but we're not. I suppose if we wanted to, just to make it a little safer to progress, I could like switch over to Flash and see if he can get some XP. And honestly, maybe what I'll do is get Flash for one of these upcoming runs instead of Sully. I didn't really talk about capsule monsters this time because... Is that a second Sky Sword? That's a second Sky Sword? That moment when no one is using your Sizzle Sword because You have too many other good options. So we are in very good shape at this point as far as equipment goes. Like, not just for this section, for going forward. So if I'm correct about Sizzle Sword being equipable by Selen, then I think what we're going to do next time is go in with Selen instead of Tia. So that we can have Maxim and Dakar using the Sky Swords. Or I guess I could use, go back to Guy. I bet Guy can use Sky Sword, so we'd have Guy and Dakar with Sky Sword, Maxim with Sizzle Sword, Artie with Spark Staff. Rooms like that are what I love about the Ancient Cave. Those times when you can completely take control of the situation by just looking at how your enemies are moving and adjusting, using bushes or doors or other enemies to get around them. Let's not get in a fight with Evil Fish. Which, to be clear, is that enemy's name, not just me calling them evil and explaining that they are fish. That's insane. Oh, good. That had I believe that has a chance to instant kill, so I am glad that that missed. Chain armor. Long robe. I believe Tia can equip that. I think there was a different area here where the stairs were, or have we not found the stairs yet? I thought they were over here, right? Am I misremembering? I might be misremembering, in which case this is going to be really annoying. Because there were several enemies in a narrow hallway, and I'm pretty sure that that is the only spot we're going to be able to get through. we got past those guys. Unfortunately, Ammonites are really bad too. So, as long as Artie survives this first turn, none of them did their big attack, so we're good. And I'm okay with a little bit of overkill at this point. I'd really prefer not to screw up when we are this far and already have the Providence. In short, I'd hate to get screwed over when I'm kind of being greedy. Now, granted, the whole point of this is to eventually get all of the Iris treasures, and we don't have one from this one yet, and I would like to get one. It's already going to be a lot of runs to get all of these, especially as we go further, because early on, you can get 1 or 2 per run, but they get more rare as it goes, and okay. We got very, very lucky. Ammonites have an attack that can hit all of your party members at once. And any attacks that do that are always going to be frustrating. They're very taxing on resources, and it's very important. That's one of the big things, is healing is not super common. Especially if you're in a situation like this where you don't have any healing magic. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I now have literally, I'm pretty sure, I guess technically Maxim can equip it too, so I guess we could possibly have a full party, 3 party members equipped with Sky Swords and 1 with the Sizzle Sword or the Spark Staff, and we're like... yeah. Where are the stairs? Okay, that blue chest is not actually a blue chest. The coloration is off. Yep, those are both blue mimics. They have a very small activation radius and don't really move. So they're not as bad as a lot of things. Okay, that kind of... I have this feeling like I'm pretty sure that those enemies must move based on the way you move. Like, where you can route them, and I totally just panicked instead of stopping to figure out how they move. My gut is always to react, and that is definitely not how you approach stuff in this. Stopping is the best thing you can do. Okay, we're down to 31. This is... crap. Always good to be sure. Okay, so those guys do move based on your movement. So I should just be able to do that. Let's cast them out into the ether. This guy also does. So again, we can do that and he won't follow us. They move at basically 90-degree angles from you. So as long as you're moving in a certain direction, they move 90 degrees from that, which is basically... it's the easiest to manipulate. That was a mistake. Wait, really? Okay. So hopefully the next time we get into a fight, I can get a back attack on something. And Artie can use the IP from those silver robes, which should fully heal our party. It's better than nothing. Unfortunately, if we can't get in first, we have to just hope that Artie's speed is enough, which it should be, but there's no guarantee. Oh, I should also equip Catfish Jewel. Not the best item. Increases guts and magic resistance. Which, magic resistance is good. Guts is okay, but not important. I guess maybe that's a better way to put it. It is an okay item that's not actually important in these runs. Or not particularly important. That's actually really unfortunate, because those guys are totally gonna be able to kill us. mean, they go first. So we won't have our chance to do our heal. Is more what I was saying. Perfect. One of them stayed. Cores, as I was saying earlier, are very high XP. Second iteration are the blue cores that we just fought. We didn't see any red cores earlier, I don't believe. Finding so much magic that's not healing magic. Yeah, screw that. Okay, we know we don't need that. I'm just trying to keep a few squares away from that Tengu. They can be a little nasty. What was that? I think we're gonna go the other way. What? Gotta love it when stuff like that happens. Okay, we are into the floors where there are assassins, potentially. So I'm gonna need to be very cautious. And there's a very good chance that I will be bailing here if I find something. So assassins, like, sprint across rooms as soon as you enter. And are one of the enemy types that actually home in on. So by standing by the door and swinging your sword, you're giving them that chance to rush you while you can still retreat. Another Spido Jewel, weird. This is weird Like, genuinely, not having, okay, those are the assassins. Genuinely, not having, any healing magic really makes this not feel like a very good run. We're almost down to floor 41, which is going to be the next music change. We're definitely getting to the point at this part now where it could be very easy to screw up. And our items that we got early game might not be enough to carry us. Like, we're not one-shotting things anymore. Getting to the point where those deadly weapons could be much more useful than the super powerful weapons. Just because we don't have the levels to actually do damage. So, I think with that in mind, I'm gonna try not to fight anything and just see if we can just grab some treasure chests on our way out, pretty much. And then bail the next time we have to fight something. I'm getting slightly annoyed with the luck of getting a bunch of green cores. Again, if we had a healing spell, we'd be fine. Although, honestly, like, as far as Jelly, we're not anywhere near Jelly Kill as far as stuff goes. That was a mistake. Like, again, as good as our gear is, it is gear that is very good for early game. I feel like it's mocking me with these curse lifters. Okay, we're gonna stop tempting fate. We're also just before the hour mark, so that works out. So no Iris treasures this time. No Iris treasures this time, but we did haul a bunch of new blue treasure chest items. Three Sky Swords we're up to. Sizzle Sword, Spark Staff, so we can basically guarantee we're going to have a full party equipped with a weapon, a very powerful weapon to start with. And Spido Jewels, Catfish Jewel, Gold Eye means we can have jewels equipped across the board. Engagement Rings isn't great, but it's something. And then Agony Helm and Mirac Plate are very solid defensive options. So, yeah, I feel like we're going to be able to go in pretty safely from here on out. Hopefully you are enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. I'll catch you next time.